Hello. Greetings, everyone. I want to tell you that this video is brought to you by nothing. I don't have any sponsors and probably won't for a while. But this is delicious and it's sugar-free. And it doesn't have a bad aftertaste, so I like it. I'm here to start working on an RPG. I'm building one with RPG Maker, and we're disregarding this other one that I built before. And we're making a new project with an old idea I had called Stop the Rain. However, the key to the game I'm making, wait a sec, it's probably not the best to have my portrait in that corner. Whoop. There. I hope that's better. Okay, so I'm building a game called Stop the Rain. It's going to be with RPG Maker, so those of you who understand what that is will know how the game will be, because I don't think I'm going to have any, I don't plan on having any fancy different software or special packs that I install or anything like that, other than what I already have. The premise of the story is that in a fantasy world, it is a fantasy adventure. In a fantasy world, it begins raining, but it's not regular rain. It's acid rain, but not in the way that you'd think of like really strong acid rain. But it's bad enough that it's affecting, the landscape and crops and things of that nature, the world in general. And the two main issues are that it starts raining and it just keeps raining, and that this acid isn't just regular acid because we're in a fantasy world, so naturally this acid is actually formulating into slimes. Like slime enemies. So blobs and slimes and gels or whatever you want to call them. And the characters are dealing with that in this world. There are obviously other things that are going to come into play, but mechanically, the secret ingredient that I'm trying to throw in here is going to be to do with how characters are actually going to get worn down when it comes to combat. Because in most games that I've ever played, a person their character is operating at 100% efficiency all the way until their last hit point. And that doesn't make sense to me. And I think that game depth can be brought in around that. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to use RPG Maker to do it. But I'm starting straight from scratch here, and I'm going to take you along on the journey. So those of you who are interested, just keep watching and keeping up with it. I will post these when I can. Probably not going to be much editing to the video, so you'll get the closest thing that I get to stream of consciousness. One small note before I get started also. Never update. Don't update unless you absolutely have to. I haven't updated my OBS in quite a while. And when I sat down thinking I'll jump right into this project, it popped up because I haven't updated it in a while. I said, you know what? Let's do this right. I'll update and then I'll get it going. So that was about 40 minutes ago. Because if you update OBS, from where I had it with the drivers, the video drivers that I very seldom update, then you have to update your video drivers before it'll work. So, now that we got my bullshit out of the way, so RPG Maker VX Ace is something I have fiddled with a lot. So I know some of the basics, but if you are very familiar with the program, you're probably going to see me overlooking or missing things that I need to get right. Now, whenever you click this, it'll play test your game as it is so far. And it's not going to be very exciting if we do that right now, because there's just going to be the main character here, which is kind of on a map, like an overworld map layout. And that main character is just going to walk around on the overworld map with nothing to do. But I guess I could just show you. So I made the project, I had to name it. It gives you the option of a file name, which when you type that in, it types it in as well on the game name. So I put str for the file name, and then I went and I changed the game name to Stop the Rain, which is the name of the game that I'm making. I think I want to start right before the rain starts and have the character. The story idea I have in my head for the beginning of the game is the character leaves their home to go and visit a friend of theirs who lives in the forest. A ranger, basically, a hermit. And even though they're friends, they don't live in the same house or anything like that. So he goes to visit his friend who's, I guess, a bit rascally. I consider myself a pretty tame person. So these characters may not be very wild. But I definitely have some ideas about the battle maneuvers they'll do, and of course the mechanics of having status effects that actually apply with every attack or with every battle maneuver that actually reduces a character's efficiency. Okay, so it starts us out on the screen. It's got the game name, and it's got you on a map screen. What I want to do is go down, right-click on Map 001. Actually, I'm going to... Okay, that's Map 001. Right-click on that, and go to Map Properties. Map 001 is fine. I could change it to starting map, I guess. I don't want to display a name. We don't need background music or anything like that yet. I guess an overworld could have background music. I dig the music that comes with VX Ace, but I'm sure there are a lot of other titles you could, music tracks that you could add to it. So, battle background sound, background music. So, change the background music, and when you go to change music in this program, don't forget to turn the volume down because it will be loud. And I don't want to double up on sound for you, so I'll just listen through my headphones. You should be able to hear the music as well, but I don't know how clearly I'm going to come through over the music. And this being the first video of this series, to truly restart, I'm going to have to watch the video back and see how loud it is. So I'll try to talk a little bit during the music. And if it's too loud, I'll add, a couple subtitles. But I'm not going to talk for very long during the music. I'm just trying to get a gauge of where the sound is for this video series. Okay. So I've turned it down below half volume. Something else cool you can do in this is change the pitch. You'll see, I'll show you what I mean here in a minute, but for an overall theme, we probably want something like theme or scene field maybe. Let's try it. I said let's try it. Well, that's not good. I'm getting no sound out of this. I don't like that. Okay, well my microphone is working, but it's not picking up desktop audio, apparently. Okay, time to test this out. They won't let me do that. I gotta cancel out of that. Minimize this. You can see my terribly messed up desktop. I know where everything is. Don't move my stuff. Let's do music from Contraption Maker. How about Swing a Saloon? That sounds very, very low. So low that it's not even registering. Desktop audio, why is that? What's happening here? What? What? It's coming out of my... I think it's coming out of my monitor. I'm gonna restart. I don't know why it's coming out of my freaking monitor, and that does not make any sense to me. You probably can't hear the music, but I can. I don't know why it's taking so much. Never upgrade. If you don't have to, it breaks everything.